Hello and welcome to another Blast Visual Sign Networks training video. Today we're going to be introducing the concept of storyboards, what they actually are, and the best practices for creating them. Once you log into your Blast Visual account, you'll be taken directly to your My Signs homepage. Here you can view all your different storyboards and all your different digital signs. So you can see here that your actual storyboards are these large portrait boxes here. And these small rectangle boxes inside that are grey are your actual digital sign devices. So your storyboards are essentially holders for your different types of content, including images and different types of digital media, including video and animations. So when you want to create content, you must simply add it to a storyboard, and then you can drop and drag your different digital signs onto that storyboard so they will play the content that is created within that storyboard. This can be done by simply hovering over your digital sign and dragging it to the storyboard that you wish to play. If you want to create a new storyboard, there is a number of different practices that you must adhere to. To create a new storyboard, simply click the New Storyboard link on the right-hand side of your screen. This will take you to the number of different digital sign storyboards that you can create. It's very important that you create the right storyboard for the content that you wish to upload. Having a look at the first two, you can upload storyboards that are either full screen images that are portrait or full screen images that are landscape. Please note the essential difference between these two different storyboards. One is portrait, being that it is taller than it is wide, and landscape being that it is wider than it is tall. It is essential that if you are uploading portrait images that you select the portrait storyboard. If you're uploading landscape, that you upload the landscape storyboard. You cannot mix and match these two different storyboards with different images, as if you pick a portrait and you begin to upload landscape images, they will simply be too wide for the screen. So make sure you know what type of screen you're using before you select the storyboard. Let's have a quick look at some images to examine this more detailed. Here we can see that this is a portrait image and that it is a lot taller than it is wide, and here is a landscape one. So make sure that you understand your type of image before you go ahead and select your actual storyboard. Next we have our video screen storyboards. You're given two choices here, your full screen portrait and the full screen landscape. Please note at this time you can only select the landscape in the full screen video mode. The full screen portrait is unavailable at this time, so make sure if you're uploading video it is always in the full screen landscape video mode. The next option is portrait storyboard, which contains both the background properties and full screen text. You can also use this for your in landscape and portrait. Essentially, these storyboards allow you to create a storyboard that has both a background property as well as a full screen text property. This allows you to set your background to a particular image or color and to overlay it with text. You can therefore keep the same background and continuously rotate your text. This is often used in bulletin boards. You can also select this in the landscape property or portrait as previously shown. The next options are full custom portrait and full custom landscape. These are essentially HTML created templates that can be done by ENS. These are for more advanced storyboards in which you may have a number of different things going on at once, such as news feeds, video, images, rotating banners. So these would be essentially HTML custom built for your particular type of need. So let's go ahead and look at actually creating a new storyboard. However, before you do this, you must know what your screen resolution is so that you can upload JPEGs of the same resolution or of the same aspect ratio. This can be done quite easily by moving out to your My Signs homepage. You can see all your number of digital sign devices. If you simply highlight over the sign, you will notice that the resolution simply appears underneath. We can see that this sign is 1360 by 768, similar for this one, and similar for here. You have a number of different resolution sizes, the typical of most being 1360 by 768, 1024 by 768, and 1920 by 1080. Therefore, when you're creating a storyboard and you want it to play on a digital sign that is of resolution 1360 by 768, then you must create that storyboard content with the same image resolution as that, or of the same aspect ratio. So let's look at creating a new storyboard. As we're creating storyboards with 1360 by 768, I'm going to choose the full screen image landscape mode. Simply highlight over this, select save. You must then give it a short clear label. I'm going to call it tester. Select submit. Once here you can see that your new tester sign has been created and this has been saved to your profile. Now in order to add images, let's select the image box. This opens the edit sign window. Here you can simply browse and upload some images from your desktop. I'm just going to take a couple here. You can see that I'm uploading landscape images. Let's look at uploading 2 or 3 so we can see how they all work. And once you're ready with the images, you can simply just select upload. Down here you can see how long these images to stay on for. So that means that every 30 seconds it will rotate to the next image. This is the default setting, so I'm just going to leave it at that for now. Select upload. Now your images are uploaded. You can see that they appear here on the side. If you wish to preview them in the larger screen, just come up and select preview. You can then simply mouse over the images and they will appear here in the center. Now for instance, if you wish to change the order they will appear on your digital sign, simply select them and click and drag them up to the position that you want them to be at. When you're happy with your digital sign arrangement on your storyboard, let's select submit. This means your data has been saved, so your new storyboard has been created with these 3 images. You can close down your edit sign window. So let's move back to the My Signs page and let's look for our new storyboard tester. Select My Signs. Here we can see the new storyboard tester has been created. If you wish to go in and view any of the content that you've created inside in this any storyboard, or this one particular, you can just simply select the heading here. Then you will be taken back into the tester storyboard. If you wish to change the label of this, you can simply select change label. Here you can give the storyboard a new label. I'm going to call it the tester. Submit. You can see it changes it along here. If you wish to preview your images online, this will be a good opportunity to have a look at them and you can see how they're going to look live. You can simply select preview. Here you can see your image here as it's going live on the internet. Now you can see that obviously this image is too big for my screen size, but I've created it to fit into the actual digital sign that we have on the profile, which is 1360 by 768. So let's move back to our digital sign profile. So if you wish to download any of your images or any of the content that you do have on your storyboard, simply select zip. Now you can do this if you want to manually upload your content onto your digital sign, or if for instance you're thinking about deleting your storyboard and you want to save all the content that's on it, you can simply select zip and this will download it here onto your desktop or wherever you have your downloads. If you wish to change the different properties of your users and access, so this can be done by selecting users and access. Here we can add a user to this particular storyboard. So for instance, if you have a number of different storyboards and a number of different digital signs, and you wish to be able to add a user to just one particular storyboard so that they can have access to uploading content, but you don't want to have them have access to every storyboard, you can simply select add user here. So the final navigation link, Web Push, will allow your digital sign to essentially talk to Google and pass on different types of information to the Google search engine. Essentially, it was first built so that the digital signs could be tracked on Google Maps, but now a lot of information can be transferred to Google. So just make sure you take time to fill out the different forms here just about your business name, your website, and all the different details that you can see here. Once you're ready, you can just select Submit. So if you wish to change any of your images that are contained within your storyboard, you can simply do so, as we've seen before, by just simply selecting on the actual image box. You can move everything around like we've already gone through, so we can close that down. So moving back to the My Profiles page, you can see that the storyboard is here. If you wish for this storyboard within its content to be played on a digital sign, you can simply click and drag that digital sign from where it is and just simply place it in that storyboard. And now we can see that the escalator digital sign will be playing all the content that we have created in the tester. So that is a brief introduction into storyboards. Thank you for tuning in. Please stay tuned to get more details on storyboard, and we hope to hear from you again at another Blast Visual Sign Networks training video.